Hello and all, welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, we're here to recap the Anticlimatic main event, the one that put together, obviously, heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall versus challenger Ciryl Gane. Interesting fight for all of the wrong reasons. We're going to talk about this fight before getting started. Make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all this is new from this channel. Your channel, one and only MMA Vision Analysis. This fight did not get the hype that it deserved. In my personal opinion, I found it very difficult to hear anything in regards to this fight in the lead up. And I think it made sense why, right? Also, the lack of hype that this fight received goes to show that... what was important about Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones, with all respect, was Jon Jones. If Jon Jones doesn't take part of that fight, then nobody really cares. That's just what it seemed. With all respect to Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane fans, but you would have to be in that specific niche in order for you to really be tuned into such fight. In all honesty, as I said, yeah, I don't know what the pay-per-view numbers look like. I think they're still doing the pay-per-view. The Paramount deal hasn't happened yet. But I would assume that it wasn't the most impressive, right? Most certainly it does not rank amongst the most impressive pay-per-views. I think the ending of this fight really showed us why. You had to be a hardcore fan in order for you to be tuned into this fight. With all respect to Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane here, but obviously Aspinall wanted to go in there against Jon Jones to steal the hype from Johnny if he was to beat him, or even if he was to get a couple of good punches on Jon Jones, he would have gained more fans. Unfortunately for him, he wasted a tremendous amount of time from his career. And it was for no reason, basically, because Johnny decided not to fight him. And I don't think Johnny was scared of the guy. It's just that I think Jon Jones, at this point, if he's looking for a fight, he's looking for the mega fight, like the Alex Pereira fight. We said that so many times prior to Pereira losing his title. Johnny was always interested in that fight. Unfortunately for us, at that time when Johnny was still an active fighter, Alex Pereira lost his title to Magomed Ankalaev, the guy Ankalaev that ruined everybody's plan. Really, I really do believe so. By beating Pereira, ended up not being in the limelight for a good year or so. Close to a year at least. And now that he won back the title, we have the buzz around Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira. People think that Tom Aspinall is a more dangerous fight than Alex Pereira. I don't know how people come up with such conclusion. With all respect to Tom Aspinall here, but for those that think that Johnny was avoiding Tom Aspinall, it's pathetic. With all respect, the only person that would have benefited from that fight would have been Tom Aspinall. Even if Johnny was to beat Tom Aspinall, it wouldn't have been a big deal. And the reason that Johnny did not want this fight, I really do believe, is the lack of hype that Tom Aspinall would have received from such fight. It just didn't really sound like a captivating fight to begin with. Now, obviously, the Jon fight did not happen. Ciryl Gane goes in there instead of Jon Jones, obviously, to challenge Tom Aspinall for that title. And the ending was anticlimactic, to say the least. But, look, Ciryl Gane, we've said it so many times. You can go back to the videos that we made in regards to this fight. In the lead up to this fight, we said that this was going to be a close fight. And that it was, up until the last moment where, obviously, in the first round, was the fourth or the fifth minute. We entered the fifth minute, if I'm not mistaken, with the eye poke. And this fight ends via eye poke. Now, I understand the lack of hype. I'm not trying to be funny here, but, this fight was just the biggest The moment where, that fight ended due to an eye poke, that was the biggest facepalm moment in recent history, for me at least, in terms of UFC, specifically main events. I do understand that we've had some anticlimactic fights. We also had anticlimactic main events. But this one, I think it was supposed to be. I mean, we're talking about the heavyweight champion here. So you would expect, personally, I expected this event to be a bigger event. Honestly, I expected this fight, even though they're two heavyweights, I expected it to last a full 25 minutes. We also said that this was going to be a close fight indeed, but ending was just such an anticlimactic. Now, I actually respect the lack of buildup for this fight. As a fan of the sport, I would like to think, specifically UFC, I'm tuned in every single week or every single time that there is a card being hosted. Thank God that more average fans did not tune in and buy this main event, because it would have been a waste of time, right? With all respect, there's been buzz in regards to a rematch. You would expect that to be the case. Can we see a rematch before end of year? That's an absolute no. Our best case scenario is first quarter of 2025. Perhaps International Fight Week. Who knows? I think it's very unfortunate for Ciryl Gane. I think Gane looked good up until the last moment of that fight. And I wonder what would have happened if that fight would have went on. I really do. Would it have been the night that Tom Aspinall loses the title? Look, personally, I think it was heading that direction, at least. Did Tom Aspinall take the easy way out? I can't say for sure, but possibly. If you made it this far, appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe for more.